How you doing? Hope you've had a lovely day at school today. Bet you have. So I bet you're nice and tired now. I'm ready for your story, which I promised you is from Snow White, and it's called To the Rescue. So if you're sitting comfortably, then Nana will begin. Snow White and her prince spent nearly every day together. But one morning the prince told Snow White that he had an errand to take care of. He saddled his trusty steed, Aster, and bid Snow White farewell. That afternoon, Snow White spotted a cloud of dust in the road. Aster was returning, but where was the prince? Snow White's tender heart filled with dread. Surely the prince is in trouble, she thought. Aster stamped her hoof on the ground and nodded towards an empty saddle. Do you want me to get on? Snow White asked. Again, Aster nodded. The princess barely had time to sit down before Aster was racing down the road towards the forest. Aster ran deeper into the woods with Snow White tugging uselessly at the reins. If only she knew that the prince was safe. Then suddenly Snow White spotted a piece of red cloth caught on a sharp thorn. Could it be? It was! A scrap torn from the prince's very own riding cloak. And that wasn't all. As they continued through the forest, Snow White found his hat dangling from a tree. The princess gripped the reins with one hand. She clutched the prince's hat and concentrated on thinking hopeful thoughts. Finally, they emerged into a sunny clearing, and Aster slowed to a stop. Snow White spotted the prince lying on the ground. She slipped out of the saddle and raced across the clearing. Breathless, Snow White reached the prince just as he sat up and stretched. "What a nice nap," he said. "Hope you're hungry." Snow White was bewildered. Next to the prince lay a lavish picnic spread out on a soft blanket, and the prince was happy and healthy as ever. "I knew Aster would get you here quickly," he said, beaming. "Tell me, are you surprised?" Snow White paused for a moment to catch her breath. "Oh, yes, very surprised," she said at last, smiling. She picked up an apple and offered it to Aster. "And," she added, "I'm very glad you have such a dear and clever horse." Well, I think she was pretty forgiving. I think I'd been cross. There's the picture. I think I'd have been cross. I was worried that the prince was hurt. But all he wanted to do was get her there and give her a picnic. So I suppose it was nice in the end. I think she was very good to be very forgiving. So I hope you enjoyed that. And tomorrow's story is from Lilo and Stitch. It's called Show and Tell. So I'll read you that tomorrow. Okay, so sleep well. And I love you, Max. And I love you, Ruby. And I love you, Torben. And I love you, Atty. So all be really, really good. Sleep tight. Another day at school tomorrow. And I love you loads. Bye. See you soon.